What's going on, everybody? This is Filer TCG here, back with another video. Today I'm going to go over my third place of Spright Deck Profile. We had a 19-person event. I'll go over my matchups at the end, but let's get into the video and let's get into the profile. Okay, we're going to go over the deck profile. So we'll start off with the main deck. I went 3 copies of Spright Blue. Best card in the entire deck. Searches out a monster. Normally just searches out the next card. 3 copies of Jet. Searches out your starter, your literal starter. Great card, I love it. I played, I think this is just standard, the 2 red and the 1 carrot. I think that's fine. I don't want to play Pixies. I don't think Pixies is all that needed. You can go into Cat Shark in the extra deck to make things big if you really need it to be. And I have other things, so I think that's fine. And for the other Spright cards, we played the 3 starter and the 1 smashers. I actually am considering playing 2 smashers because the card is literally insane. It is free removal. It's your main deck out to Mystic Mine, as well as getting rid of problematic monsters on your side, your opponent's side of the field. So, but that's it for the Spright engine. We played the Deep Sea Diva package. I don't know if I want to keep playing Deep Sea Diva, playing around Gamma by not activating the effect, or playing into it by activating the effect is kind of iffy. I don't know if I'm going to keep Diva just for the level 2 normal summon, or go into the Nimble Beaver and the Nimble Angler stuff, but Diva still works fine. It's a level 2. And then play the Triple Swap Frog. Swap Frog just gets you your big fat Ronin Totem, the good Samurai boy. I also am playing the 1 Dupe Frog. Honestly, that is my 40th card. If I find another card that I prefer, I'm more than likely going to cut the Dupe Frog. Sure, yeah, it stops me from getting beat over by Alpha, the Master of Beasts, and all that, and but I just don't think it's needed in the deck. But if I can find a 40th card, that'll be probably my first cut. I play Double Pot of Prosperity. I don't have my 3rd one in yet, so I'm only running 2 for now, but I saw it plenty, even at 2. So I'm not too mad about that. And then I'm playing 3 copies of Triple Tactics Talent. I like this card a lot, especially if your opponent hand traps you. Ghost Ogres, your Gigantic, Ash Blossoms, Veilers, all that. There's hand looping themselves because more than likely I already have gas in hand, and I'll just use the effect to rip a card out. Especially if I've already used Pot, just rip a card out of the hand. You just set yourself up. You get to look at your hand, look at your opponent's hand, being able to get that knowledge to know what you need to play around for further, and kind of just seeing what they get for their top decks is not bad. But and then on to the interruptions. Play triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Generic hand trap, one of the best. I played triple copies of Imperm, triple copies of Effect Veiler. I played 3 copies of DD Crow, especially for Terralements. I think DD Crow is insane in this format. It's so good. My last 2 cards, I play 1 Monster Reborn and 1 Called by the Grave. You gotta play the card that is most likely to be, that should be banned in Called by the Grave. And a card that in Monster Reborn can literally jumpstart your entire combo by just top decking it or having it in your hand by reborning a blue. And you just go downhill from there. But that completes the main deck, and we'll go into the extra deck. Alright. I played double copies of Gigantic Spright. I think 2 is fine. I didn't really need a 3rd one. I think it's generically good. One of the best cards in your extra deck. And then I played the 1 Totally Awesome. Again, great. You can recur it with Elf. You can put it back into your extra deck whenever it's sent to the graveyard. You can either do that, or you can add a Swamp Frog, so you have a level 2 to start off your next plays for your next turn. So I played the 1 Cat Shark to make the Gigantic big, to beat over tower monsters, to get over problematic monsters. and swing for game. And then the Zeus package, we have Sky Cavalry Centauria, the Downer Magician, and the Zeus. And that's it for our XCs. And to our links, I played triple copies of Spright Elf. 3 actually came up a lot, really good in the grind game. It is the best card in your extra deck, being able to get recursion for all your Spright monsters and any other your level 2s and rank 2s and link 2s if your opponent has a monster on field. So I just think maxing out on Elf is very good. You can let me know down in the comments if you like it at 3, if you like it at 2, or your standard ratios. Just let me know what you guys like to do. I played the 1 copy of IP Masquerena, Halki Fibrex because we play the Deep Sea Diva for a tuner. We played the 1 Dark. I played 1 Unicorn for IP to go into Unicorn, or IP to go into Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax. A Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax made with an IP Masquerena is just extremely difficult for your opponent to play through. They kind of have to really think about their plays, especially the Spright players. They kind of really, if you catch them doing it after they go into Gigantic, right before they go into Gigantic, you chain IP, go into Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax, and so at that point it's going to be really hard for your opponent to beat over it, because they can't go into Zeus to get rid of it. But that's it for the extra deck. I will show you my side deck that I played. I played the 1 Dino Wrestler Pankratops. I played triple copies of Dark Ruler No More. The 1 copy of Harpy's Feather Duster. The triple copies of a Pointer of the Red Lotus. Being able to just rip a card out of your opponent's hand like a Dark Ruler or a Sphere Mode is just insane. Keeps your board alive and allows you to just kind of just play through anything. Triple copies of Twin Twister because we do not like back row. I always have some type of back row removal in my side decks because I respect Mystic Mine as a card too much, and I don't want to lose to it. And for the last cards in the side deck, I play the Gamma package with the card that's always glued to your hand, Driver. But yeah, that's it for my 3rd place Spright Deck Profile. And now we're going to go over the my breakdowns for my matches that I had. So my first round, I went up against Adventure Spright. Adventure Spright was very interesting to see. I wasn't quite expecting it. My buddy Mai played it. He played it very well. I just feel like Pure just had more gas and was able to push through more, and I was able to just get better field advantage and just kind of just deal with the adventure stuff. After that, it was just dealing with the Spright stuff. After I had board advantage, it just kind of went pretty easy. But it wasn't too bad. I got that one 2-0. And then I played against, round 2, I played against a Dark Magician Stun player, running Skill Drain, Summon Limit, all the Floodgates, plus running Dragoon and the Dark Magicians and all the really good Dark Magician spell and trap cards that pretty much just try to lock you out of the game. But he couldn't really get going. I lost the die roll. I lost every single die roll on the day, unfortunately for me, but I kind of just had the gas. He didn't, but I didn't really have an issue with it. Being able to, I had Smashers to pop Summon Limit pretty much every time, or Skill Drain depending on what he had, so it wasn't too horrible. And then round 3, I played against Phantom Knights. That one was a 2-1, a little nervous towards the end on game 3. I didn't open the best games 1 and 2, but I was able to squeak out game 2 after losing the die roll again. Got to game 3, opened the nuts, so I was kind of just able to overpower and flood the field, and he couldn't do anything. So, and then we get to the final round. We're on table 1. Me and this guy, my buddy Andy, we're both the last undefeateds, playing the Spright Mirror. And on the Spright Mirror, we get to game 3. I draw basically unplayable. I draw Ash Blossom, DD Crow, Effect Veiler, a Pointer of the Red Lotus, and don't remember the last card in hand, but I just couldn't do anything with it. So I just set a pointer and passed. Looked at his hand on the standby phase. He had starter, jet, and 3 hand traps. So he kind of just was able to get the advantage on me. I didn't top deck anything either. So after probably about 5 minutes of us going back and forth, not being able to really do anything, he was able to top deck another starter and just go off. I had no answers for it, unfortunately, and he proceeded to take game 3. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. Had a great time. We played at Hubby Hub in Dothan, their first local tournament. They just opened, so we had a great time. They were great hosts. So if you're in the Dothan area, go out there. They have a lot of inventory as well. But it was the second tournament for me for the day. I went to Weevil Cards and Collectibles here in Enterprise. I played Terrellman, so I kind of wanted to mix it up, played 2 different decks today. I also got 3rd place there too, going 3-1. So I just felt like I liked my Spright list more, had more fun playing it, but still trying to decide on which one I kind of want to go to our the regionals in Tuscaloosa and Bainbridge for. So I'm kind of still tweaking, trying to get it right. But thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Peace.